Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the February 17th, 2022 meeting of the Mamaroneck Village Board of Architectural Review. And I would like to introduce the board. I am standing in today for the chair, Bill Binzer, and my name is Andrew Wolowitz. I'll just go around the thing. My view, I have Cindy Lee. If you could just raise your hand, Cindy Lee. Yvonne Levine.
Hi.
Larry Cohen. And joining us is Dennis Drogan, the Assistant Village Building Inspector, and Barbara Ritter, our village planner. Thank you, Barbara and Dennis. In the proceeds today, we'll follow the agenda. It's been laid out already on the village website. And each applicant will present their project. We'll talk about it. We'll invite members of the community to ask questions or to make comments, and then we'll make a final vote. Today, there's only 4 of us. 3 are needed to vote in favor to pass. If at any time you feel during your presentation that you don't think you're going to pass and you want to back out to have a board of 5 members, that would be, I suspect, the next meeting we would have 5, and you could do that with no prejudice against you. We would like to ask that everyone on a project, that means the architect, the owner of the property, and or any neighbors who want to make comments, all to log on right at the beginning of each presentation, just so we know who's there. We know our biggest time lag is often the sign-ons in Zoom. All right, and I hope everyone who's presenting has already practiced how to share their screen. So, anything else from the board who want to make a comment before we start? Did I miss anything, Barbara?
Tell the public to raise their hand when you ask for public comment.
Yes. If you want to make a comment, please raise your hand and we'll try to recognize you, okay? So the first order of business is going to be approving the January 20th minutes. And I myself was not present, but I know that Cindy, Yvonne, and Larry were. Have you had an opportunity to review the minutes?
Yes.
Do you have any
Yes.
questions?
No. Nope.
Any opposition to the minutes?
No.
All right, so we're going to vote to accept the minutes.
I
We have
motion.
hands. 1,
I second.
2, and Larry. 3. Okay, so the minutes from January 20th have been accepted. And I believe there is no old business to go over today. So with that saying, we're going to move to the first project, and that is 215 Halsted Ave, the sign for Augustine Salumeria. That's what I have first on the agenda.
Mhm.
Where'd he go?
Oh, hi. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Brian.
Hi. Okay, let me just open up my share screen here. All right, can everyone see that?
Yes,
Yes.
we can.
Okay. Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you. So this is for Augustine Salumeria, formerly La Scarpita, which is right over by the train station on Halsted. And really, it's pretty straightforward. It's just cut black acrylic letters. They're going to repaint that little facade area to kind of match the rest of the facade of the building. And then we're just going to use 1/4-inch thick black acrylic routed letters mounted, flush mounted to the face of the facade there, that sign band.
So they will not be lit.
They will not be lit, no.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you just move your cursor a second? It says,
me?
what does it say there, 25 inches? I see that's the entire height of the white area.
Correct, the sign band, yeah, like that like if you can picture, I'm afraid I don't have the full laptop issues, but yeah, where the current name La Scarpita is painted in there. So that painted area is 25 inches tall by
I understand.
about 252 inches wide, which comes
Mhm.
to what, 20 odd feet.
Mhm. So the letters, the biggest one are 17 inches high and the rest is 15, right? The first letter. is
The first letter is 15.17 inches tall, correct?
Oh, okay. So the other ones are smaller. All right.
Correct.
Okay. I wasn't clear about that. Okay, perfect. What is the material, the background material? I know
It's-
you're saying, go ahead, please.
I believe it's just wood right now that they have,
Ah,
La
okay.
Scarbita painted on it. And I think they're just going to throw, they're going to paint it to match
paint
the
it
rest of the
To match the
facade.
building. Yeah,
Yes.
that was my only question that I had. What color that was going to be. Okay, thanks.
Any other comments or questions from the board? No, I'll take the nods as negative. Is there anyone, Barbara, is anyone from the community signed on?
Let's say. No hands raised.
No hands raised. Okay, we'll assume that no one wants to make a comment from the community.
I got a question.
Sure.
Chair. The sign, will we be pointing any lighting at it? I mean, we have the two sconces on the side, they're pre-existing. We know the actual sign itself is not going to be illuminated, but will there be any reflective light on the sign?
No. These are the letters that we are going to be fabricating, installing are just simple 1/4 inch thick black acrylic letters. They in and of themselves are not illuminated, and I'm not aware of any plans for illumination other than they have the existing sconces, like you said. If you look at that roof over the top of the entryway there, I mean, it's not like you can put goosenecks up there or anything like that. So as of this point, it's just the letters.
Okay, thanks.
I hope they straighten out that one sconce. It looks so
Yeah,
And
cockeyed right now, and also I
that's
just have a
true.
question out of curiosity. Is it a restaurant or a shop?
It's going to be a restaurant.
Okay.
And then in the center is an existing awning, I believe, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
In the middle, below
Does
the
Yeah,
sign.
I don't know if that's an awning or if that's just a kind of a decorative
Oh, it is.
feature there.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
staying or going?
I don't know.
It'd be nice if it went,
Okay.
but
Mhm.
well,
Okay.
if
Well,
it's part of the existing conditions.
I move
Uh-huh.
that we accept.
So we have Larry's making a motion to accept. Do I have a second?
well, I'm just saying Flavio is writing, yes, just have to wait. I don't know what that meant.
Yeah, so who is Flavio? Let's
I don't
see.
know.
Probably the owner from.
Oh, he's talking to somebody else.
Oh, okay.
He's talking to the next applicant.
Okay, very good.
Okay, sorry.
okay.
So Larry's made a motion to vote.
I second.
Second, okay, let's take a vote. Cindy, you vote?
Yes, yes.
Yes, Larry?
Yes.
Yes, Yvonne?
Yes.
Yes, and I vote yes, so it passes unanimously. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Yeah,
Good
have a
luck
good
to
night and
them.
stay safe.
You too. Thank you.
Sure.
Bye.
Bye.
So the next applicant is 1402 Franklin Avenue. Elisa Crosby is the homeowner. So if we could have everyone who's part of this party try to sign on at this point, would be great. And right, if you could, Brian, if you could take it down. Thank you so much. Do you see that, Barbara?
Yes.
Good evening. Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
Great.
Lisa, come on.
here, not see
No.
you.
Here we go. Now I see some other names there, though. Is
Yeah, the
Gladys?
contractor, it's the contractor's gonna be joining us, the owner is gonna be joining us. I'm the architect on board right now.
I see. So Gladys is Gladys part of this project?
I don't think so. I'm not familiar
No,
with
I didn't bring
Gladys.
her in.
Okay, I'm the
Gladys
owner
might
for another
be-
item.
That
Okay,
might
very
be
good.
Flavio's computer.
She says it's another firm, another item.
All right. For the chat.
I'm sharing my screen right now. Is everyone able to see it?
Yes,
Great.
we see it.
Yes.
So, are we ready? Can I begin to present?
Yeah, your whole team is here?
It's
Flavio
just the
might not be
contractor
here,
and the
but that's
owner.
okay.
Okay,
It's fine.
If we need them, I'm sure we can get them on board. So our project is between 4th Street and Franklin Avenue. What we are doing is replacing an existing front patio in kind. So it's going to be the same size, same dimension. We're just repairing it and replacing it. So the front of the building, I'm going to take you to the drawings, and I can show you some photos also of what this looks like. So the existing patio, this is the foundation that's there, that's currently there. So we're maintaining basically the same size. We're just replacing the existing foundation with some pier foundation to give it some additional stability and support. And to just show you some photos of what this actually looks like. This is what it looks like from the side view, looking at it from, I believe, 4th Avenue,
4th.
and the other, yeah, that's 4th. And then let's go in towards the front. Let's go this way. So this is the front facing Franklin. So we're just maintaining the existing masonry steps that are at the front. We're keeping the existing roof that's already there, so we're not replacing any of that. We're ultimately just replacing the existing columns that are there, replacing this portion of it with a railing, and we're going to basically put some piers in to support the new platform deck. That's basically the patio that's there now. So it's an existing wood deck. We're going to replace it with a new composite wood deck with a composite railing system, but maintaining the exact size and location.
The flooring will be pressure treated though. It won't be composite.
Oh, it's going to be pressure treated. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want Trek.
So other than the material being non-composite, the railing will be still composite.
Right.
I don't know if there's any questions. Or if I
can
need
you
to
show
go
us
over the drawings.
I believe you have elevations, so why don't you show us your drawing?
Yes, I can certainly show you those. So this is the front elevation existing.
No, that's what we're
No,
gonna
that
do.
was
Oh, I'm
proposed.
sorry, proposed. I'm sorry, proposed. I thought I had, yeah, I'm sorry, here's the existing. So these are the existing. This is what we're taking out is what's dashed.
Mhm.
And basically what we're proposing is more of a traditional looking with some trellis at the bottom.
Mhm. It'll look like all the other ones on my block.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
here's the
Yeah.
side views and the rear view. So this the north view would be the rear view, and the other side of that.
Right,
That's pretty much it.
Okay,
yeah.
any questions from the board?
Nice
Well,
improvement.
yeah,
Thanks.
it's basically the same, except that new columns and new
Really?
railings and,
It's
Yeah.
safer.
well, new foundations, right? Correct?
Yeah,
That
new
too.
we're gonna have to replace the
Yeah.
foundation.
Yeah, right. To me, it looks fine.
Mhm. Okay. Is there anyone in the community that wants to comment or ask questions?
No hands raised.
No hands raised. Okay. Then does someone want to make a motion to vote on this?
I motion.
Okay, Cindy's one.
I second.
You second. Okay, let's take a vote. We'll
Yep.
start with Larry then. Larry
Yes.
supports. Yes. Cindy?
Yes.
Yes. Yvonne?
Yes.
Yes, and I vote yes. So it's unanimous. It passes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And good luck with your project. It's gonna look great.
Thank
Have a
Thank you.
great night. Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Stay
David.
safe, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So our next project is 1422 Sunnyside Avenue. Michael Miel is, I believe, the presenter. This is a solar panel installation.
Someone's raising her hand now, and I don't know who she is or why.
Well, I'm the owner for another item.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Who did that
Alright.
chat come from?
You could,
It's just from.
okay, Pamela.
Okay, Pamela's here for my, okay, so Pamela's gonna come in now. All
Okay.
right.
If we could
Pamela.
have, I hope that David, whoever David removes, or maybe Barbara, you can remove it. I'm not sure.
Oh, yes.
I still have his stuff on his drawings on my screen.
Right,
So
we
Are you
all-
able to contact him to have him sign out?
Right.
I guess.
There we go.
There.
There we
it
go.
It's gone.
Okay, very good.
Okay, there's Pamela.
Hi.
Okay. Hello.
Well, Pamela,
So,
Hello, I'm just sharing the screen. Okay. All right, so what you see here is a rooftop solar array. You only see part of it here. It is a total of 35 panels. You see here 14 would be on the front roof. And then I'll show you kind of an overview. So the front roof is, front of the house is right here at the bottom, just so you can kind of see. And then you have panels on the other two roofs going to the back as well.
they are all slope roof. Well, I've seen the front. The other twos are very low pitch or what's
Yeah, they're
going on?
they're very low pitched. The issue or the
Yeah.
reason we have so many on the front roof, if you look at the quantity of trees surrounding the home, because of
Yeah.
the angle, how the sun hits the home, the sun is the clearest on the front roof, which is why we tried to put as many toward the front and we had to, put less toward the back, just to get more generated power.
Yes. Mhm. Um,
Can you please share some of the other images of neighbors, et cetera?
So the only ones I was given, I think he didn't even put them in here. Double checking, yeah, he didn't even give me neighbor images. I can Google Earth it if you'd like to see. I don't know if that image is acceptable.
What do you all think?
It would be good to see some of the homes around. And then I have a question. The
Yeah.
4 panels on top, are they actually on top of the ones that are running in the other direction?
So the reason that
Vertically.
those were flipped only because the height of the panel would go into the fire setbacks if they were standing straight up.
Right.
I have I know what you're going to tell me, but I'm just going to ask anyway.
Mhm.
The 4 panels at the top, would it be possible to move them to the back
Right.
so you don't have that in the front of the house?
Is it
And the other
possible?
ones are not going to
Yes.
be. Yes. Yeah,
I
I
would
understand
ask
what you're
the
going to tell
same
me. But
thing.
yes. Yep. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, so yes, they can definitely be moved to the back, but it would affect how much energy is being produced because there's much less sun on the back.
Mhm.
Right.
And another question, second question. If you, I see there's a lot on the right, you know, toward the trees. There's no room to put 2 panels there, is there?
All the way to
know
the
what-
right?
Uh-huh, yes.
Right.
Well, I'm pretty sure they counted, hold on, I just gotta see. They're counting it as a 3-foot fire access.
Okay.
Okay,
Can you please do the Google search?
Yeah.
So we have a sense of other properties around it. While this is happening, I will say that I did drive by on Sunday, and it is an overwhelming, and I'm very pro solar panel. It is overwhelming, the number of them, and you see them, they're like 10 feet from the street, right? Just the number that's out there and how pronounced they are. But please do the Google search and let's figure this out.
mhm.
What do you mean, Larry? On other homes or on this home?
On this home,
Right.
this home is not set back at all. And
So
the
it's
number of
glaring.
solar
Right.
panels in the front is like, wow.
Yes. So
Because the
many,
houses sit so
yes,
close to the
yes.
street.
And also, yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna copy paste so I get the exact address spelling.
That's why I asked for the Google search, because you're not getting a fair representation of where this house is situated regarding the
Right.
street or anything around it.
Thank you for,
Right.
thank
right.
you for your drive-by and thank you for asking.
Let me zoom in a little bit so we're a little closer.
Yes.
Okay, we're not seeing anything other than,
Yeah, you're gonna have to share your other screen area.
Okay, let me just get it to like a little better angle for you guys here, and then I'll share it.
thank you.
Do you see it now or
No,
No.
we're still
No,
seeing the
nothing?
original.
Okay,
No.
all right, let me a
You
new
have to
share.
unshare and then
again.
share again.
Mm.
Okay.
Let me know if you want it more zoomed.
Please.
From the front, would it be possible to see it? Or, yeah, or we're looking at the back, right?
At the
Yeah,
back, yes.
could you
This
zoom
is the
in
back. This is
more?
the front. Yeah,
Could you zoom in, please? Uh-huh.
Now, could you take us to the other side of the house?
an attempt this for some reason. Oh,
Yeah.
good work.
Rotation, it's rotating,
Mhm.
yes,
There you go.
right. Mhm.
You know, it's not really a street view, what people would see though, right?
Well, they would see, and people across the street would.
No, I'm just
see.
saying this view is from this is an aerial view.
Oh.
This is not really a street.
Yeah,
view,
this is
Oh,
a
for
this
us,
is a
right.
aerial.
Right?
Mhm.
Are you able to do that? Are you able to just, I'm surprised this is the view you have instead of being like a Google Street View.
I could probably get it a
I'm
different
gonna
way.
find it there. There you go. That's more like it.
And we have to rotate around.
Mm.
Right?
So
Yeah,
from
well, what
looking at the
happened
house,
is
this
one
is the right.
story. Is one story, so the panels are gonna be that close, but
And it's a little below street level, this house.
it goes
Mhm.
down.
It's down
Right.
to it. Yes.
Yeah.
You want to flip around to the other side?
And then right after this house is the street.
Mhm.
I just think if you're going to have the solar panels, the 4 on top that are horizontal, they do bother me. And I don't know, do we have any neighbors who want to comment?
Barbara, is there anyone in?
Let's see. No one is raising their hand.
Everyone else feels okay?
No, I don't like the top panels either. I mean, going in the other direction.
Right.
And particularly because the issue is, and again, I'm all pro solar, roof panels, but because it's just a 1-story house, so the panels are right in your face right there. There's not,
Mhm.
when you have a 2-story house, then they are a little higher. But I would say that I would feel more comfortable at least if those 4 panels could be relocated to the back. I
Mhm.
understand that there will be, I don't know, a little bit, I don't know how much more inefficiency but at least it would look better.
I'm
To
in
me.
agreement with you on that.
Mm.
So once we get into the program and calculate that, since the issue is that the orientation is different, if we can get flip as many panels as possible, all to be landscape as opposed to portrait, as long as it is symmetrical and beautiful, if that would
yeah,
work better
that's
than
fine.
moving them, would that be okay as well?
That would be
That's gonna
okay
involve
as long,
some programs, so we gotta check that, but.
well, as long as, it's a nice rectangle there,
Mhm.
not these off pieces. I think that, of course, it's a possibility.
Okay, so we can, and we'd have to compare and see what will come out
Mm.
better.
Okay.
So I think I'm just getting a sense of the panel, the rest of the board here. It would be advantageous for the applicant, I think, to withdraw from tonight, right? And to go take a look at the design of it one more time, recognizing that it is very low to the street. And see if there is any way to rectify the front of the house just a little more,
Mhm.
and then come back on the following meeting.
Okay,
Does that
Sounds
sound
good.
like with the board's opinion?
Yes.
Guys,
Yes.
thank you.
Okay,
Yes.
because if we vote, then it's no, then you're gonna have to do it anyway.
yeah. Okay,
Okay, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time.
all right, thank
Oh,
you.
somebody's saying I must speak.
Oh,
The homeowner.
okay.
This is why we ask for people to come
Hand
on early
before.
on.
Yeah, you should have raised your hand before.
While we're elevating the homeowner, this is Dennis, the building inspector.
Hi, Dennis.
Just so we're on record, the homeowner and the solar company know that we have a tree ordinance. A permit will need to be filled out if any trees are going to be altered, taken down, and so forth. You can find the code on the village website.
Yeah, Andrew, that comment wasn't necessary.
What was up?
Excuse us?
Hello?
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 Yeah, Andrew, your gratuitous comment wasn't really necessary.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure who you're speaking to, but
Your name is Andrew, right?
yes, what did I say?
You said some comment about this is why we ask people to come on early.
Oh, well, sir, if we've been in many, many meetings and we've had problems with people coming on afterwards. So I'm sorry if that offended you, but we did ask that everyone come on at the beginning. That's all.
I don't know what that means. You asked. Nobody asked me.
Well, sir, at the beginning of the meeting, I did ask that. I apologize though if you took
Well,
offense.
nobody asked me. So how am I supposed to know?
Sir,
And
do you have a,
frankly,
sir?
yes,
Do
I don't
you have a
understand what's
comment
wrong
about,
yes,
I've
does the
already-
village support solar or not?
Yes.
Does the village support solar or not?
Yeah, Of course. I mean,
Okay, so then one-story households would have to have solar panels. Like, I don't understand what you guys are talking about. The house is low to the ground. That's the house. Okay, that's a given. Does the village support solar or not?
I don't think that's quite the question.
So what is the
That-
question?
the board is, the board purely asked that, that you and the designers take a look to see if the panels could be organized in a way that was less discongruent.
So we spent a year designing the panels. So the answer off the top of my head is probably no, because there's this like the 12th design of the panels. So I don't know what you mean by congruent, but it has to make financial sense to do the project. And this is the design that makes financial sense.
I'm not really
So
sure what
is the
to say.
village going to allow people to deploy solar panels or not? Because people aren't going to deploy solar when it doesn't make financial sense.
Well, first of all, I'm not really the attorney for the village or speak for the village. I'm saying we approve panels at every meeting.
Except this one.
Every
No.
meeting, we approve
No.
many projects of panels. So it's not like we don't approve projects with panels.
I'm not talking about what you do. I'm talking about this one.
Ian, we were
Yeah.
just asking if they could be redistributed a little bit differently, the top 4 panels. And we often ask applicants to think about the distribution of their panels when they're coming on, because we do care about the way it looks to the community and within the
But
community.
you seem to be assuming that that wasn't done. We spent a year on this. There are 6 companies. Again, this is the 12th design. Like, this is
Well,
the configuration that works.
So
There was no other
so-
configuration that works.
Okay, so if I
So
just
when you
may say,
reject- what I'm
sir,
saying is, when you reject this on aesthetics, you're going to basically reject it. Potentially, I don't know the percentage, but this isn't like a thing that was done in 1 minute.
okay, sir, can I just say one thing? Which is, you weren't in the meeting at the beginning, and we didn't know that you worked on it for a year. And so we asked the engineer if you could take another look at it. Now you're coming on and saying you've looked at it for a year and you've had many, many trials at it. And we often approve panels when the engineers come back and say, we've looked at it, we weren't able to do anything different. We still want to go with this.
Okay, so how long will the delay be then? Because this application itself is already like 3 months old.
Well, I'm not sure, but
it's the first that we see it, right? This is the first time we see it, at least.
I understand, but the permit application is over 3 months old. So I don't want to be pushed back another 3 months.
well, we don't do that. We always see projects on the next available meeting that
So what,
Right.
when is that?
is
If the
every 2 weeks.
revised design is submitted to me by February 28th, you can be on the March 17th agenda.
Okay, is somebody from New York Power on? We could probably do that, right?
That could definitely be done.
But I just want to say again, it's quite possible the design will, look pretty much the same.
We understand that, and I've said that we have approved projects where the designer and the homeowner went back, took one more look at it. They understood that what the board, which is just want to remember, this is a volunteer board of your community members, have looked at, requested, and we've then gone ahead and approved.
Okay,
Okay,
understood.
there's nothing. We're not trying to be controversial or reject solar power by any means.
Okay,
Mm.
thank you.
Okay,
understand.
appreciate it. Thank you.
And it was, frankly, it was my fault. I was late. I actually thought this was perfunctory and I just joined out of curiosity.
Okay, I'm sorry. I did not mean to offend you in any way.
All right. Okay, thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
Bye.
so much.
Okay.
Okay, so our next project is 345 Maple Avenue. This is Sunrun proposes 25 rooftop solar panels. And I guess Peter Chaikin is the presenting for us. We don't hear you. You're muted right now, Peter.
Sorry about
Hello.
that. Hi there.
Hi.
So let's see, I'm gonna present. Okay, can you see? Oh, let's see.
And by the way, Gladys Monsalvas is part of this project.
Yes, she's the
No.
homeowner.
Oh, I'm
Very
sorry.
good. Thank you.
And
Thank
now
you.
a neighbor wants to come on. So give me a minute because all these people are chatting and raising hands and there's too much going on here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
We can. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, who's the neighbor? Marge? Marge, do you want to come on? All right, Marge, I'm promoting you, but nothing's happening. Does anyone else want to come on for 345 Maple? Going once, going twice? All right, that's that for 345 Maple.
Okay, so we are looking to install 25 solar panels. I think you can see the design.
No, right now we're,
Mm-mm.
Can you please, yeah, share the screen?
Let's see.
I'm not sure whose screen that is.
It's the sign wording, whatever.
Oh.
it is.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
You can see
Yeah.
it now?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes.
so, okay, so you see two different, these are renderings of
Mhm.
panels will go. Of course, we also have the full engineering package. There's another schematic of where the panels will go. There's a street view.
Yeah.
Any questions?
So they're just straddling symmetrically around that chimney.
Correct. And this was, we did redesign it several times in order to meet the
Mm,
guidelines of symmetrical arrays.
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, that's, it looks okay. It looks good. Yeah. Particularly the front ones.
Mhm.
And so are the other ones, the back, kind of. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the effort. Right.
Yeah, I mean, this was a case where, you know, we could have squeezed a few more panels in there to increase the productivity more, but, you know, we respect the guidelines of, we understand that, you know, the need for the aesthetics of the neighborhood, so.
Mhm. Right, right.
And,
Thank you for that.
and where, and so your conduit and hookup and everything cut off is panels are where? Mhm. Is it near where the meter is? Oh, I
Yes,
see.
Uh-huh.
Well, that doesn't help me, but it's near where,
yeah, so let's see, so this is the,
I see. So, yeah, so that's pretty far. Oh, I see. It's on the left, right? Correct. It's on the left of the house.
Uh-huh. Right. That elevation, right? That you just
Mhm.
passed.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's
so
on the side of that where
yeah,
the
you
entrance
see-
is, to the left of where the entrance is.
yeah, so there will be no conduit visible from the front. You know, the three arrays will have to be connected by conduit, but that'll be up, you know, that won't be visible.
Mhm.
And all the electricity will be taken down the side of the house in one conduit that'll go next to the meter where we'll install the inverter.
Okay. They are black in color, correct?
Correct.
Okay, all right. Mhm.
Any questions from the board right now? Sandy, that's okay. So is there any community members that wanted to ask questions or say something? I believe we thought there was, correct?
No one's raising the hand right now.
I am a neighbor of
Hi.
340, Marge McAvoy.
Hi, I live directly across the street from 345 and I see no problem with this whatsoever.
Oh, good.
That's a
All
nice
right.
comment.
That's a nice comment.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, I think they did a good job, in locating them in a
Mhm.
pleasant manner.
Mhm.
So I do appreciate the effort.
Okay, so can I get a motion to vote?
I motion.
I'll
Cindy?
second.
Okay, Larry, I don't smell it. My grid is too small. I don't see Larry right now. Okay, can we have a vote, please?
In favor.
In favor, Larry, you're in favor,
Yes.
Yvonne,
Yes.
and I'm in favor, and Marge McAvoy's in favor. So that's a vote of 5-0.
Owners, thank you very much.
Thank you. Good
Thank
luck with your
you.
project.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I actually
Take care
also, I'm also representing for the next one. although
Okay.
This one is
Okay.
my customer directly, but the next one is not but a customer of our company. So let's see. This one,
That's 623 Claflin, correct?
I'm sorry, let's see.
Yeah.
That's what's next on our
Yes.
agenda, 623
Okay.
Claflin.
That's right.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
So this is the rendering of where the panels will go. Sorry,
I mean, do you want to talk about it? I had some questions
Yes.
whenever you're done.
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Okay. The front seems to be okay because you have something in there. I mean, you have so many, the front, yeah, you have some
Yeah,
kind
this,
of a
vent
pipe
pipe.
or something
Right.
protruding. Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Then the other side, there's the one that looks like it's 6 panels, but they are all, in zigzagging fashion. Yeah, the rear view. My
Mhm.
question is this: is it possible to move that panel and make a nice square?
Mhm.
The one. I mean, you
To
can
the
see that
left?
to the left instead of, being there.
So I think, yeah,
mhm.
my understanding is that, our design team knows
Yeah.
that the Village of Mamaroneck wants things to look beautiful and symmetrical and aesthetically pleasing. So the fact that, because I noticed this too, of course, I mean, the two arrays on the front are both symmetrical. This one, of course, has this one area where there's the vent pipe, and then this one is a perfect square.
Yes.
The other two, the ones that are not facing the street, look like
Right.
they were designed just to try to maximize the production and get around these roof obstructions. So
Mhm.
I'm on the one hand, I'm going to assume that there's that's why they did it, and they figured that since it's not street facing, it'll be okay. But if you say we should give it another try and try to make the back facing and the side facing arrays more symmetrical, I'll bring that back to them and say, let's give it another go.
Oh, I have a question, just because, it's hard sometimes to looking at the photo, the rear view, and I don't see anything on the roof, but of course, maybe it's not visible from here. And I understand what you're saying, but I always try, if there is a way that it could look better. So that's just,
When you say you don't see anything on the roof, what do you mean?
I don't
Oh, you
see a
mean like-
pipe or anything
Oh, I
from the
see.
photos,
I see, yeah. Well, let me
Yeah,
look-
it
let me look
doesn't
at the
seem to
plans.
be anything.
Well, you see there on can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, so I think there are some vent pipes, which are the reason that they have to go around there.
Yeah,
Right. But I'm saying moving that panel to the other side, close to the
Yeah.
to the end of the roof. That was my question. I know it's in the back, and the other is fine. I mean, I don't have a problem. I mean, the rest of it. That's my opinion.
Chair Board, this is Dennis, the building inspector. Hi. So Sunrun, I had a conversation a while back in another BAR meeting and also a call, and I don't remember who I spoke to or who was representing. But if the design professionals that you're using refer to the New York State Code, penetrations through the roof can be cut down, and there can be a space behind the panels where the panel can go over the piping with a clearance. So, you know, beating the aesthetics doesn't really work. You know, if that's work that you don't perform or do, then the client should seek somebody to do that work to make their solar array more appeasing to the board and the surrounding neighbors. So once again, I refer you to the New York State Building Code for roof penetrations, heights under solar panels. So that goes for vent pipes. Kitchen hoods are, you know, you're not going to cut down a kitchen hood, a vent, but a bathroom vent or a sewer vent, we'll call it, coming through the roof can all be cut down, and it's all in the New York State Code. Also, for the future, when you're showing your plans to BAR, if you submitted plans, you know, each page should be stamped. I mean, the one that you're showing currently does, but the first page of the plan was not stamped. So that's also important as well.
I believe they were all stamped.
It might have been the first one that you were showing. Yes, there's no stamp there, stamp there. There's a stamp on that one. It might have been the one prior, but either way, that's just a note.
No,
But
thank you. Thank you for. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
as you're down the pipes, you know, have your design professionals look at the New York State Code and see what's allowable. Go according to that same as the.
And you're okay with that, with the panels over the vent pipes?
New York State is. The New York State Building Code is. And there's a height, there's a measurement, there's a calculation to it. So if it's a 4-inch pipe, a 3, if there's an existing 2-inch pipe, all the calculations are in the New York State Building Code. And if you refer to the person that stamped your plans, they should look at the code as well as your fastening detail and so forth.
Okay, I just, I've always seen us go around the obstructions as opposed to trying to modify them. You know, it's sort of taken as just a given of the roof. So, I mean, certainly interesting, but have there ever been any issues that you know of with that approach?
No, it's, you know, if you have a professional that's doing that work of cutting down the pipe, you know, that's what you have to do. As for your design professional, you know, have at it. They should have a conversation with your design team. So there's an education there. You know, so it'll be easier for you to move forward with plans in the future. So do I personally have a problem with vents behind solar panels? No, because New York State doesn't. Just once again, kitchen hoods and chimneys, I wouldn't recommend them under there. And I don't think New York State Code to allow a chimney or a gas stove or anything like that, a kitchen hood, those should all be separate. And you know, you can always shoot a plan to the building department to review prior. Like, so if you're going to cut the pipes down or whatnot, and you want to ask these questions, call any municipality that you're working in. Not all inspectors have read through the code book. I've, you know, I dabble too, but you know, have at it.
That's great.
Fun will be easier installs for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I apologize. This is only the second time I've had to present to a board. The only previous one was Larchmont, and they had already looked at everything, and it was just, I thought it was going to be that easy this time, but I'm learning though. This is good. This is helpful. Thank you.
And don't tell any boards or building inspectors it's your second time either.
So
I've known for a long time, but now Sunrise has asked me to do this if somebody is, you know, if somebody else can't make it. I've installed hundreds of solar systems, but. Okay, so where do we go from here?
right, I just want to The two back areas are not visible to the street at all.
Let's take a look.
And are there any neighbors that want to speak?
Wait, this is the wrong aerial view.
No, I know, I'm pulling up.
Oh.
the-
Claflin, not Laughlin, Claflin.
So it's,
CL, yeah, there you go.
No one's raising their hands. We don't have a new chat.
okay.
Yeah, so it's very hidden from, looks like that back area is very hidden from anyone else.
Yeah, so these two roof surfaces would have the panels,
Right, you understand.
there you go.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, I personally, I mean, as a homeowner, I think I would want them to be more organized in the back, but from like our standpoint, we don't see them from the street. No one really sees them, so I personally am not going to object. I'm just letting the panel know where I stand.
Right.
Mhm.
I agree with you. And if there are no neighbors coming on board who could see it from the back at all, then
Mhm.
I'm not sure where our peers, our other board members sort of sit on this.
I'm fine.
You're fine.
yeah, I'm fine with it.
Well, then, Larry, do you want to make a motion to vote?
Yes, I move that we accept the design as presented.
Cindy?
I second.
I vote in favor.
Yes, in favor.
Yvonne?
Yes.
Okay, so it's accepted unanimously. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Dennis, for
Yeah.
the tips. I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, let me try to take my screen.
I'm gonna guess there's some cut in of that chimney right in that corner that makes it too narrow or something, but
Now, how do I take my screen away so I can get out of here?
something's there that's making them do that.
But it is good information from Dennis, and
Yeah.
I'm not so
Yeah.
sure I knew those things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you can also run your vent up the roof underneath the panel. They make a flat vent that runs along the roof. So you angle it and then it runs up underneath the panel and then comes up. So it's not venting right technically underneath
That's
the
nice.
panels, right?
Right.
Gives you more flexibility.
Yeah, definitely.
And not in our climate. We can't.
No, you can't do that?
Yeah, the humidity will build up. I mean, there's some warmers that they have in the code that you're permitted to use.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, the longer the run, the more humidity will build up. So I'll have like an ice dam over it. And
Oh, I see. Okay, so not here. Okay, because I know those are allowed in other parts of the country.
Mm.
yeah, they also use some, like submarines and stuff too.
Right. Okay. Okay. So our next, thank you, Peter. Our next
Thank you.
applicant
you.
is 829 Grove Street, Eric Jacobson. Interior renovations and new windows in a new location. And if we could, Eric Jacobson is architect.
Yes.
Yes, good evening, I'm here.
Hi, how are you? Is there anyone
All right.
else joining you today?
Yes, my assistant Karen Young will be presenting, so if she could be given the ability to present and share her screen, that would be great.
And then if there's any neighbors or owners who are part of this project, want to comment, if they could come on, sign on now just to make it easier later. Thank you.
All right, well, I'll start the presentation. There's Karen, she's gonna
Karen's there.
start off with the, these are the existing conditions. So basically what we're doing is taking the second floor and reorganizing the rooms. We're adding a bedroom where one large one currently exists. And then we're adding a bathroom and altering an existing bathroom. So all the alterations are interior, but we are moving, relocating, and closing 4 windows. So on the right side elevation, there's the proposed. Karen has her cursor going over it. We have a larger window that we're closing because now we're making that a bathroom, and we're moving it over about 3 feet and getting a smaller window. So closing a window and adding a window on that elevation. The rear elevation, if we can go to that, Karen, we're adding 2 egress compliant windows. They will be casement windows, but they'll have the simulated dividing bar, which creates a double hung look, which matches the rest of the windows in the house. So the 2 there in the middle are egress compliant windows. And then we have a double hung window, which is in a bathroom that we're creating, right? We're altering that bathroom. The other thing we're doing is we're removing a brick chimney which comes through the roof. It's going to be basically removed because it's going to be inactive. There's nothing it's feeding or going to be venting. So we're going to remove that and patch the roof. And that's the extent, no alterations to the right side or the front. Front remains the same.
Yeah.
So the type is a little small for me to read, but basically everywhere there's horizontal lines, those are removed. Those are removals.
That is correct. That's showing the patching of the cedar R&R shingles.
What is it? It's cedar shingle?
Correct. Yes.
I see.
Do you could you show us the photos, and if you have them available? There you go.
I see. It's a white cedar.
Okay.
So the photo on the left there is the rear elevation, and right now there's one big large window and a small window. So the small window gets moved over to the side, and we're adding 2 larger windows for the egress.
Yes. Yeah.
Understood.
So everything will match existing, I suppose.
That's
right?
correct. Same windows, same siding.
Okay.
Actually, the existing windows are Marvin. We're using Anderson's, but they're similar.
Yeah.
These are some of the neighboring homes.
Okay. Do you have the floor plan there? I just have a quick question. Yes.
There you go.
It's
So
a
just zoom in
door.
on the second floor plan, Karen.
Yeah, what is that door? Okay, no, this is just curiosity, I guess.
If you
Yeah,
can scroll
going
up a little.
down, going
There you go.
down. Yeah, there in the bedroom number 3. That door into that stairway. Where the
Yeah,
new
that's the
door,
attic.
new location?
That's
You're
got
going.
an old
Okay.
walk up stair to the attic, which is unfinished. So that's what that.
Well, got you. I got you.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right.
Okay.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Any other questions from the board, Larry or Cindy?
No, looks
No?
straightforward to me.
Barbara, is there anyone in the community that wanted to speak?
No.
Okay. And I guess, that's Karen, right? It's Karen. So can we have a motion to vote?
I
Cindy,
motion.
yes?
Yes.
And Ivana, you're number 2. Okay, we're gonna go. So Cindy, you
yes.
vote yes. Larry?
I vote
Yes.
yes.
Yes. I vote yes. So it's accepted unanimously. And we thank Eric and Karen.
Thank you very much. Have a good
Karen,
evening.
good luck with the
Thank
project.
you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So the next project is 624 Oakhurst Road. Greg Lewis, who has the next 2 projects actually together. So
Right.
Mhm.
Hey, good evening. Gregory Lewis here. How are you today?
hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Nice to see you all. Thank you for having us. Pierce Crosby is the owner, is coming on. Pierce, if you want to put your camera on, like wave.
Yeah, just getting set here. Hi, thank you for having us
Hi,
here
how are you
tonight.
doing?
Hello.
Hi.
So we have a house on Oakhurst, 624 Oakhurst, and I'm going to share my screen.
Greg, while you're sharing, were you involved with the house next door?
No, I think it's still
Oh.
for sale right now.
Oh, I
What I've-
thought that house was, all right, I thought we saw a project on that house next door.
I was actually down the street.
No, I know, but I thought we saw a project on that house next door, but maybe not. Maybe
It
I'm-
wasn't mine, no.
Okay.
Pierce was there for that one, actually.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. But no, I'm further down the street. I'm the example that no bad press is bad press because I got another project on Oakhurst.
Yeah.
Good for you.
No, I know you also had the new house. I understand.
The modern one, yes.
Yes, no,
Anyway.
I understand that.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
that's correct. I was trying to remember.
It was running right
But-
next to Pierce as well.
but-
Uh-huh.
That came before the
Yes,
board.
yes.
Anyways.
Okay, let's move on. I'm sorry.
No problem. I'm fine. It's Thursday night. I don't have anything to do. Anyways, this is the existing house. It's a beautiful Tudor. It's actually a very large Tudor stone on the front here, stucco on the other three sides of the house. And then these are some of the neighbor shots of the neighborhood. And then what we're proposing is a rear covered porch and a rear balcony and a, oops, let me just switch this. It's not letting me, hold on. Let me switch the screen. Okay, here we go. So what we're proposing is an outdoor covered patio, which, can you see my screen? I just switched.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So there's an existing patio here that's open to the sky, and we're proposing to build a new covered patio, basically an outdoor room, but no windows, just completely open. There's existing doors here that go out onto the patio. So the existing one's falling apart, so we're rebuilding the structure, new stone, and then we're doing a gas fireplace here. You'll see in the elevations, it's enclosed in stone. And then we have a little platform here for when Pierce becomes governor of New York or something, he can have an announcement party. And then stairs down here. And then we have a pea gravel patio proposed here. Then upstairs, there's actually a glimpse of the sound off their bedroom. So we're proposing French doors here onto a little roof deck. Half the deck is covered with a copper roof, which I'll show you in elevation. And then here you're seeing the first floor addition below, and this is all going to be proposed in copper as well, which is a traditional material for a Tudor structure. And then up on top of that, we have the copper roof here on the upper balcony. So let me show you some elevations. Actually, it's the next one. So this is let me just zoom out a little bit, existing and proposed. So the existing is on the top here, the existing outdoor area. And now we have the proposed here with the columns, wrought iron railings, a stone base for the stair coming down. And then we have the stone on the right side for the chimney. Upstairs is the balcony with a little bit of siding here, so we get some flashing for the roofing, metal railing, and then a column, and then a copper roof here as well. I also have the side view somewhere here. Here it is. So this on the right here where my cursor is the existing left side elevation with the existing outdoor patio. And now we're rebuilding this new stucco stone. We're just doing the
Thank you.
the roof here, and then we have the copper roof, and then you see the side of the upper balcony, and you see the side of the upper roof here. I also have a rendering, which I'd like to show you. If I could find it. Here we go. This is the proposed rear. The Crosbys already have a nice color palette on the house with the gray. It's a bluish gray trim, and we're just picking up that same color. The stone's going to match the front of the house, the stone on the front. And then I don't know if Pierce picked this or his wife, but they have a yellow front door, so they haven't seen the color rendering. So I put the yellow on the back door here as well.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice touch of color too. So it's pretty straightforward. All the materials are matching the existing house, copper, the wood siding, the wood columns is all gonna be painted to match the existing. So I don't have any color samples per se, but when I read the code, it said if you're matching existing, you don't need to see color samples. So this gives you a sample of the flavor of the addition.
The Greg, the elevation for A17, that copper roof.
Yes.
When I look at the elevation, and when I look at the roof, I just have a hard time understanding if what I'm looking
Sure.
at elevation 4, is it a sidewall or roof? You see
Which one?
what I'm saying? Yeah, number 4.
Yeah. So
the
it's
upper-
I've done this
yeah.
I've done this several times. You actually run your ridge to the corner, and then
Yeah.
the roofing actually goes both ways. So
all right. Then the roof plan is confusing.
I think the
See,
roof
if you
plan,
look at the roof plan, it goes in one direction, so it was driving me crazy.
you must be you must look at plans a lot, because I actually just noticed that as I was doing it. But
Yes.
the elevation is correct. No, that's good. Let me just go back to here. I gotta find it.
Yeah, I thought I know. I
You
understood
are
the
correct.
eleva-
Now this corner and
Okay.
this corner, this corner and this
Yeah,
corner are
that's what I
supposed to be
thought.
connected. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And then
Yeah,
the
yeah.
roof goes this way on the left and this one right. I
Right,
wish
right.
I wish my
Okay.
client was on the screen when you saw that.
Okay, now it clarifies now. Okay.
No, it's a good point. It's a
Yes.
good point.
And just another request, can you go back to the photos? It's a
Sure.
real nice house. Yeah, just,
Yeah, very
oh, you
pretty.
have another rendering. That's a rendering. And the photos?
Yeah, I can go
I
back to the
could
photo,
see-
sure. Give me a second.
Okay,
I just gotta
Sure.
navigate there.
sure. Yeah, I know.
You were there. There.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, so the roof the existing roof is like a gray charcoal or something like that.
Yeah, it's a slate, actually.
It's a slate, okay.
I can zoom into
And,
it.
and so the roof, this standing seam metal roof is going to kind of be similar, or is it?
Oh,
what
no,
you
it's gonna
said?
be copper.
A
standing seam.
copper, but it's going to be left weather or?
Yeah, less to weather. So it'll start out
Okay.
as a shiny
Mhm.
penny,
Gotcha.
and then it turns to dark brown, and then
Yes.
when Pierce
Okay.
is ready to go to Florida, it'll be bright. It'll be great.
Okay, all right, thanks.
I think your rendering is beautiful. I appreciate your elevations, and, being able to see the finishes in a rendering form is great. I think it looks very pretty, and there's a nice element. You've added a lot of interest to the rear.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. So
Yeah, that's really elevated. Oh, another question, so the chimney there, the new chimney is not a real one, or is it, I mean,
It's gas because it's discharged
it's gas,
to the wall.
it's gas. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. It's
We
not
studied-
really going up.
We studied
Okay.
a couple different options of bringing it up, but it always looked awkward. So it just felt nice to just
I
keep
know.
it as a simple element, just
Yeah,
below the roof line.
I
yeah,
see.
yeah, okay. Yeah, this elevation looks very nice. I like it.
Great, thank you.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm seeing noddings all around from the board. So is there anyone in the community that would like to comment?
There is no one in the audience.
Okay.
Oh,
So Yvonne, would you like to make a motion?
I make a motion,
Larry,
and I vote yes. Sorry.
Yes.
Cindy?
Yes,
Yes, and I vote yes. So it's unanimous.
enjoy.
Support.
Thank you for
Thank
volunteering.
you,
Thank
Mr.
you for your
Crosby.
positive vote.
Thank you all. I really appreciate your consideration tonight. Thanks so much.
Yeah, no
Thank
problem.
you.
Our
Bye.
pleasure. And so our final, I have to go to my thing here. Our final project for the night is 365 Orienta Ave.
Greg Lewis, Lewis and Lewis Architects again.
And I guess it's also Greg Lewis. If there is
Yeah.
any, are you expecting any owner to come up?
I think she's drunk, so no.
Excuse me?
I said I
think you
think she's
heard him.
drunk, but I am kidding. But she does have, she's texting me, I'm on.
Oh, no.
No, she had texted me that she wasn't going to be on. So I was,
Okay, well,
Sorry.
this is recorded for public. You
Oh,
realize
shit.
that.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm much
um,
more funny in person. This Zoom thing.
Okay. With that, we'll put that behind us and just
Yes.
ask, is there anyone from the community who wants to comment on this project, 365 Orienta? If they could also please sign on, and then Greg, you feel you could proceed. Thank you.
Okay, great.
Andy,
So,
there are 7 of us left on the screen.
oh, I see. That's good. And Dennis
7
works with,
participants, that's it.
Dennis works with the village, so it should be good. I can go quickly. Anyways, 365 Orienta is on the right side of Orienta as you come in, just off the park and off the post road. My client's done a lot of interior renovations, and now this summer they're looking to do some exterior renovations. And really, it's let me just show you a couple existing pictures just to orientate you. So it's currently beige and more beige, and these arched garage doors. Here you can see the side view on the right. This is the rear where my cursor is, and then this is a shot of the left side of the house. These are the neighbors as well. And let me just scroll down a little bit here. So what we're doing is basically taking a sunroom that has 3 sides of sliding doors and changing it to a sunroom, family room, basically here. And then over here, we're taking an existing sauna and garage storage, excuse me, and building a changing room and a pool bath. There's actually a pool on the back of the property here. And then we're re-roofing and re-siding the house. Lighting wise, we're just putting some outdoor wall lights here and some new lights over the garage and new lights on the wall here. And then let me switch screens. Elevation wise, I've got existing and proposed. Let's see, I get both of these. So we are taking the existing siding off and putting a hardy plank on, and it's a midnight blue, which I'll show you the color in a little bit. There's existing skylights we're replacing. We've got some goofy windows here that don't have any grills, so we're putting new windows with grills here across the front. And then on these sides, we're just putting the siding as well and simplify. So this roof is, this part of the house cantilevers 2 feet over this part of the house. So when I show you the rendering, you'll see it more. And then we're replacing the entry portico with new columns, new structure, and new siding, as you see here. And then on the right, we're getting rid of the arch top doors and squaring up these garage doors and lights above them. And then the siding is going to continue and be the same siding as the rest of the house. And again, I've got a color rendering I'll show you next. This is the left side of the house. So this is where we're getting rid of the siding and getting rid of these sliding doors to nowhere. There's really, it's just grass outside there. So we have the siding here. The husband wants a large TV, so it's going to be on this wall. And then this was the old back elevation, and this is the proposed back elevation. We've gone with a more modern aesthetic on these windows in the kitchen and the family room. Again, just it's not to the street side, it's more for the view. They've got a probably 3/4 of an acre here with the pool. And then again, this is the back left. I hope my screen's not too small for you guys, but this is the new door to the changing room and the powder room. So a couple new windows here. And then this is the right side. Again, getting rid of the siding and the shutters is coming back with the hardy plank. These are some interior shots, but let me now go to the color rendering. So the color, I've got it, for some reason my screen keeps making me, I'll come back to it, but it's a dark blue. It's actually a little darker than what you, this one, when it's scanned, it turned a little purple, but it's actually real dark blue, and I'll show you a sample of it next. But again, this upper portion is 2 feet in front of this portion existing. So you have a shadow line here. And then the client and I just wanted to simplify the design and just have some, let the color be the statement here, and then just simplify the garage. But let me go to the sample of the color sample here. So this is it's called Deep Ocean, and this is a sample picture. And then I have the sample here. Actually, the beauty of Zoom is you can pull this together and show you guys. So it's really, really a dark, dark blue. And we're going to use the one with the faux wood grain. It adds more character to it. Sometimes and you've probably seen it. If you go with the hardy plank, that's just smooth, it looks plasticky. If you have this, it has more character in it. And so back to the rendering. Here it is. So it turned out the red, for some reason when it scanned, it went a little purple, but it's really a deep, deep blue.
Yeah.
I
And then
mean-
the windows are white, the trim.
Windows
all
are
the
white.
trim.
We're replacing the windows and we're doing
Yeah.
the grill. We'll be doing the grills on the inside and the outside. It won't be between the glass, so you get a little more shadow on the grills. It's more pronounced. And that's the extent of my presentation. If you have any questions or thoughts or comments.
I mean, just the color alone changes the look of the house so much, doesn't it?
Yes, it'll be a dramatic change. And it's a pretty prominent location as you drive up Orienta there, so. I gotta
Yeah.
get my neon Lewis and Lewis sign up front. Oh, Larry, you're on muted.
Sorry.
You're muted.
And credit to your clients who are willing to put this kind of money in to the exterior of their house and not the living of it, because it's a good investment, but it's really well done. So thank you.
Thank you.
So do we have, I'm getting a sense from the board, our direction. So is there anyone in the community who would like to make a comment?
No.
There's no one there. Okay. Larry, would you like to start a motion?
I would like to move that we accept the design as presented.
I
Yvonne?
second.
Okay,
Yes.
we have Cindy, we have, okay, and I vote yes as well.
Yes.
So it is accepted unanimously.
Great.
Okay.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thank you, Greg. Yeah, have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Thank you
so
for
much.
volunteering. Really appreciate it.
So at this point, we've completed the agenda. Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion.
All right, and I vote yes. So I think we could stop recording at this point.